welcome to my channel. My name is Sarah Superstar and this is the final video to the Gothic mansion interior. I'll be completing the second floor and putting in a dining room and a bedroom, some classic rooms for a mansion. And then at the end we'll go downstairs and I'll finally put in the automatic front door. What? Where are you going? Come back in here, we have to start on the dining room. Come on. Starting as always with taking down these gray walls. They have become the bane of my existence. Helpful with deciding how you want to decorate a room, really annoying to take down. I'm going to stop halfway up because anything above me right now is going to be dead space. I don't have any other rooms I want to put in this building. If you remember from the first interior video, this is a dollhouse for my wardens and they don't really need much. If you come up with any good ideas that you put inside of it, let me know what you do. It could be a cool enchanting room up in the attic, but my wardens don't need enchantment. So I'm gonna jump around a little bit in the beginning of this video just because I'm not sure where I want to start yet. I'm gonna start with a few corrections so we can make this wall work with the design that I have in mind. I love the exterior walls of this mansion so much that I wanted to bring some of it inside, so this wall is going to feature the outside wall. This will affect how the windows look from the outside, but a little bit later in the episode, I'll show you how I corrected that. This is where I'm going to be jumping around. I start laying this one brick wall. It's all tuff. It's a mixture of all the tuffs. All the walls are going to be mixtures of all the tuff. But when I started building that, I thought maybe I should do the ceiling because then it'll make more sense of where the walls should stop. The first line of tuff is going under the checker pattern of Deepslate and Cobble Deepslate, and it will have one gap on the left and two gaps on the right. The two gaps are on the side with the balcony. Then upside down stair tuff against the checkered pattern and 2 blocks of kelp block on top. Your next row of slabs are going to go in front of the top kelp block, and then 2 more kelp blocks on top of the slab. One more slab in front of the dried kelp block. Instead of putting the kelp block on top of the slab, we're gonna put it in front of it. So it's just gonna be one row of kelp block, and that's gonna connect to the center line of tuff that we put in the beginning of this video. And that is the roof. It's a really simple design. I'm going to move over to framing out these stairs. I'm also going to do the same to the bedroom. I'm going to put in arches here so it gives a little bit more of a goth feel instead of just this straight lined square. Okay, those are the arches. They look so nice. It really gives each room like its own little frame. Need to light it up a little bit here so we can try to see better. We're gonna start on this balcony wall. We're gonna do a bit of construction on this balcony, just on the inside of it though. So you're gonna see I'm taking down all of the inside. I was gonna say a little bit, but it's all. This is as stripped down as I'm taking it. I'm changing these frog lights and I'm putting in soul lanterns for now, only because I changed all the windows on the outside to soul lanterns. I'm gonna try it here, but if I don't like it, because this room is supposed to be tinted green, I might change it to the verdant, the green frog lights. This is the new archway to the balcony. After this, it's all tuff, all variants of tuff. You could honestly decide how you want to texture it yourself. I think I'm kind of a chaotic texturer, so I kind of just throw things up there, and if it looks nice, if it looks nice to me, I think it looks nice and I keep it. We have another tuffed archway going around the deep slate one, and then after that you just fill in the rest with any tuff you like, and you just follow the shape of the walls and roof. For this back wall here, it's going to be very similar to the one across the way. It's going to still be deep slate arches with bigger tuff arches around it, but instead of one in the middle with the balcony, we're going to have two on the side. And I'm going to be using the back wall, which is our actual mansion wall, as a little focal feature. I'm adding some candle sconces on the wall, and this is going to be the main light source in this room. All of the rooms are pretty dark and dreary, so I try to add hidden lighting to help along with like the slight subtle lighting that I put in rooms. On top of the roof, either on top of the slabs or next to the slabs, I'm putting the green frog light so it shows like a little bit of a hint of light coming through the roof. See a little bit of a green glow. It looks nice. It looks so nice. Okay, walls are done. Arches are done. I am going to change this to green frog lights. I think it's just going to look better. It's going to give us that green glow. Why did it turn orange right there? I'm also gonna put a green frog light along this line. Look at that. That just glows so nicely under there. It could totally just be my shaders as well though. We're moving on to our dining table. Okay, dining room table done. We got a little coral fan rug. Do rugs go under dining tables usually? Because sometimes, right? And they don't mind spilling stuff on their rug. Last thing for this room is on the ceiling. I wasn't sure if I wanted to leave this plain or not, but I've always wanted to have greenery in my ceiling. I always love when I see other people have a bunch of leaves hanging down. It looks so nice. This is my first attempt at putting something like this up on a roof, so I'm not gonna go too slowly on this because I like it, but I don't know if I'm in love with it. Give me your thoughts. I like the end result of how it looks in the room. I'm just not sure if it's tutorial worthy or like walkthrough worthy yet. So here's a sped up version for you. And I know we've all been concerned with this little gap showing in the wall, so we're fixing that, putting some basalt up just so we can cover it up, and we'll go out to the windows on the outside and I'll show you how I fixed it. So here are the windows. Here's the new basalt we just put in. At the top, you could see that's where we changed some things in the windows in the beginning of the building. And all I'm doing to cover it is taking Skulk Vein and putting it on top. And it looks perfectly fine. Don't even notice that it's a different block behind the Skulk Vein. Now for the basalt we just placed, I am gonna change that. I'm gonna change it to the walls. I think that will go a little bit smoothly and look better. It does, you don't even notice it. Okay, let's fix these other two windows at the top here. Just putting more Skulk Vein. Again, you don't even notice it from a distance. You're not going to be this close up to your windows anyways. If you are, why? Why are you that close? Actually, I am going to change this again. Instead of it checkered, I'm just going to do all Deepslate cobbled because the walls that we originally used for the window is cobbled Deepslate. So that looks so much better. That blends in so nicely. Let's go back inside. We have officially finished the dining room. Look at this, how nice. Look at that picturesque view. That looks like a photo. It's framed so nicely. Look at that sun shining through on that chair. On to the bedroom. This is probably the easiest room of the entire mansion. We're gonna bring it up one level with some stairs. We're gonna outline it in a similar fashion that it's already outlined right now with the Deepslate brick. And then in the middle, we're gonna bring the outside once again onto the inside, and we're gonna take the checkered walls of Deepslate and cobble Deepslate, and we're gonna put it on the floor of the bedroom. For the back and side walls, we're gonna mimic the arch that we have going into this bedroom here. This is the framing of the bedroom. This back wall is going to be gray concrete powder and just fill all the way to the top. The sides, I kind of am unsure if I'm going to keep the light gray wall or if I should do dark gray. Let me know your opinion. Here's the two colors on the screen. Let me know, should I do the sides the regular gray or light gray? I'm going to take advantage of the lighting from the crematorium room and just put some carpets on top of it, and then I'm going to add some more lighting to the other side of the columns. Now we're moving on to something that might be a little bit difficult to see. Also, if I explain it, it's probably difficult to understand. But we're starting on the ceiling of the bedroom. For some reason, I guess I like to make ceilings a little bit difficult for myself to build and possibly other people to build as well. This is a dome-shaped ceiling for the bedroom. It is also right next to the angled roof. So the angled roof cuts off the front half of this dome shape. Everything is centered perfectly. It's just the mansion's roof's fault for being angled and in the way of this beautiful ceiling for this bedroom. Under each block that you're placing, I'm placing a wall and then an iron bar below that wall. Simple enough. Do that on all sides where we placed a block. I think the best thing I can say about following this roof is just pay attention closely, see where I place the blocks, and you'll recognize a pattern I use that behind every glass block that I place, there needs to be a grate, and behind every grate, there needs to be a light source. The top left and right corners are smaller than the two bottom ones. The two bottom ones are the full-sized dome shapes. The top ones are cut off by the roof, but I will show an up-close clip of those small corners of what gets placed there, just in case it's hard to see with this angle, which it kind of is, sorry. There are a few spots that I missed while building this. If you look here where these arrows are, behind there on the gray wall, there should be grates. Always behind every glass, put a grate. If you're able to behind the grate, put a light. That's something I did forget in this video, but I would like you to have it done properly. I'm showing an up close of the underside of one of the bigger corners as well, just in case that is a better visual to help with building this. Last thing for the ceiling is placing these stairs here just to kind of finish it off and make it feel a little seamless up there. Look how nice and glowy that is. I know it's extra glowy because of my shaders, but it's stunning. Now we're moving on to a giant bed for the wardens. There we go, that's the bedroom and it's finally completed. Oh wait, but which color wall do you like better? Do you decide the light gray or the regular gray? I think for now, I'm just gonna put up the light gray just so I have something here. The regular gray just looks a little too dark for me, but let me know your opinions. Here's the second floor. It's all done. Dining room, bedroom. I love it. I'm obsessed with it. Let's go downstairs and put the door in, get a couple final touches. We actually don't need a lot of space back here. It's a really simple redstone skulk sensor door. It will just open with any noise. Unfortunately, with all these bats right here, it's constantly just opening and closing right now. But if it's quiet enough, it will stay closed. It will stay closed. The only issue I have with this door is that the redstone does show on that one particular block. So I'm placing some potted plants in front of it so it hides it a little bit. Then we're putting the skulk shriekers where they belong so they could shriek really loud. I took off the volume for this though because they are a little annoying, but they look good. And we're officially done. Let me set a little ambiance in the crematorium. Thank you so much for joining me with the Gothic Mansion interior. It's been so much fun. This is the first interior I've ever actually built, and I love it so much. It's turned out so beautiful. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you build it, the outside, the inside, any of it. Thank you so much for joining me again. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time for whatever comes next. Bye.